to Egypt, where 3 Al-Jazeera journalists have been given jail terms of several years for allegedly supporting the now-banned Muslim Brotherhood. Paul, what's been the response so far to this ruling?
Well, the court's decision has sparked international outrage. U.S. State Secretary John Kerry has called the sentences, quote, chilling and draconian, and urged President Abdul Fattah al-Sisi to consider all options, including pardons. On Monday, an Egyptian court convicted the trio of spreading false news and aiding a terrorist organization. Australian Peter Greste and Canadian Egyptian Bureau Chief Mohamed Fahmy was given 7 years, while Egyptian producer Baher Mohamed was given 10 years. All three have denied the charges and are expected to appeal the case. The managing director of Al-Jazeera, Anstey, said the network would continue to fight for their defense.
We will explore every avenue, both legal, from the campaigning and from the lobbying. The support is already there, the worldwide support and solidarity that will get louder, and we will leave no stone unturned. We need to ensure that justice does prevail in Egypt and that our journalists are freed as soon as possible.
Meanwhile, Australia has summoned a senior Egyptian diplomat on Tuesday to protest against the sentencing of the Australian reporter. Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott said he wanted to engage in dialogue with the Egyptian government, while other senior politicians have called for sanctions to be leveled against Cairo.